It's day 24, I've just left Mixbury, and as you can see behind me, I'm pretty much following the route of HS2. Those orange fences are marking out boreholes that have been drilled down the centre line of the route. To this side is woodland. It's not ancient woodland, so HS2 won't be greenwashing and pretending that they're replacing this. This is actually woodland that's bordering a former disused railway. And I bring it up because we've had proponents of HS2 recently say, oh well, it follows the alignment of the disused railway there, brilliant. Well no, actually it's quite a way off it, but it still takes out the woodland and takes out the line of what was Great Central there, even though the line of HS2 is going there. And it's a brilliant demonstration of that's where the centre line of the route is, but it's still going to take those trees out. Because another thing that I get criticised for, you may have seen the fail to measure up video, is pointing out the technical specifications of HS2. And fair enough, the original one that I pointed out was, you know, a bit 10 years old now, but they were revised, they came down, and all the information that we're getting back is that they're still working for an internal fence-to-fence width of 21 metres, which is about 6 lanes of road, and that's the internal fence. Because I get a lot of criticism. Oh, you said it's wider than the motorway. Well, yes, it is. When you look at the land take, when you look at the map of the land take of HS2 next to the 8-lane M1, and realise that it's significantly bigger. And that's, as I say a lot of the time, one of the main problems with HS2 is people think, oh, it's just a railway. You know, I've stood on a railway platform, I know how wide a railway is. Those are not the specifications that HS2 is being built to. So here we have a few, well, it's not, is this still count as yarn bombing? I'm not sure. And there we have a couple of fellas sticking up a fence for HS2, right next to where these trees are going to get chopped down. Eevee, fetch my hat! Come on, fetch my hat! No, fetch my hat! Fetch my hat! Useless! You're useless, dog! Oh. Well, that could have been another hat lost. This, it's odd. It's like the first day 2, day 3, I kept crossing the M42, and it's been a bit like that with the former Great Central Railway. Again, here this is Czech Road. This is that's in a cutting there. It's quite flooded. Again, this is another bit of HS2. Sorry, the Great Central. HS2 is not using the Great Central line. It's going close to it, but it's not using it. And I know I'm labouring this point, but you know, there are proponents of HS2 who are trying, oh yes, it's using the alignment of Great Central. No, not really. It's the end of day 24, and I've made it to Twyford in Buckinghamshire, which handily is where one of our directors, Stop HS2 directors, Ray Sloan, lives. And so she's put me up for the night, which is always nice, especially last night was so cold. Well, not really, no, it's the coldest it's been. It's the coldest it's been. You know, we had mist in the morning, and it was, I remember like waking up about 3 o'clock, like, you know, I've got to have to put my jogging bottoms on and sleeping bag. It's that cold. But I did at least sleep after that, and yeah, tonight a bed, that's always great. I probably, if it hadn't been for wanting to get here to race, I probably would have got a bit more walking done. But oddly enough, Steeple Claydon is the first stop on day 25, and I got here just in time to go to a meeting in Steeple Claydon, because they're going to have a demonstration next week, which they did a couple of weeks ago when HS2 have a couple of months ago, sorry, I should say, when HS2 had their drop-in session, because there's massive devastation planned for there, but I say that's first stop tomorrow. And yeah, it's quite odd that
there's still so little work taking place. There's a lot of work that has happened, all moving like electrical cables and gas pipelines and that sort of stuff. But at the moment, we expected that even though they've not got notice to proceed, they would be right on with the enabling works. It's still uh, the end of September, the start of October. Even though they've not got notice to proceed, even though the Eevee review is ongoing, we genuinely thought they'd get right on it and try and cause as much destruction as possible to try and stop HS2 from being cancelled. And it doesn't seem that they're doing it yet. They obviously haven't got their arse into gear. There are a few notices that have gone out in the last few days in the Colne Valley, on the London Buckinghamshire border. They've said that they're going to increase working hours, but that's because moving the gas pipeline isn't finished. And in Old Oak Common, they're due to take some trees down in a fortnight, but we were genuinely expecting more notices of this sort of work to start happening, and it does all feel like it's gearing up to go at once, but we're far from convinced that the capacity exists for them to do all this work at once and chop all these trees down, etc., which can only be a good thing. Anyway, that'll do for today.